Huddle Up Podcast is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? I have two college matchups for this weekend, and obviously we were talking about, the Fighting Irish. They had to cancel or postpone their game. They had to postpone their game.
Moved up in the rankings.
Yes, they did. It helps that you had a couple of teams blow some big ones this past weekend, but had to postpone the game versus Wake Forest last week. A scheduled off week this week, which is still a good thing because I think it was 25 positive cases on the team, which is if you're doing the math at home, that's not good. Certainly not good. But I know Brian Kelly said today that they the healthy players that aren't quarantined or sick, they intend to resume practice. On Saturday they play Florida State next week. So even if you're down 25 guys, you should probably be able to beat Florida State.
Yeah, I feel like the rosters will look very similar.
Yeah. I'll still take the Irish plus. I don't know what the spread's going to be on that one, but I'll still take the Irish plus even if you're down 25. And Virginia Tech was another one. They were down. It was like 20. It was like 20 plus players, and I think 10 coaches or something like that. So it's problematic with some schools, and others seem to be on top of it a little bit more, but it's going to be a thing we're going to watch throughout the year. But two matchups fitting two top 25 teams. These are actually both in the SEC. Number 13, Texas A&M, who is 1-0. At number 2, Alabama, also 1-0. Alabama 16.5-point favorite. The over-under 53.5. This one Saturday at 3:30 on CBS. I like Alabama here. I'm actually going to take Alabama plus the points. I don't think Texas A&M is that good. I don't. They may be 13th, but I think that's just one of those batty things where in a normal year, I don't like early in preseason polls. I really don't like them this year because of everything that's going on, and just based on what we saw with LSU and Mississippi State last week, I'm going to go plus on the 53.5 as well. So Alabama plus and the over.
Yeah, I would say, I was one that when we were discussing some on the preview show, we were trying to pick some rankings, things like that. I did mention A&M is a team that I kind of like to surprise some folks in the SEC. I think they're a lot better than people expected them to be, or a lot of people don't even expect them to be good. So I like what I saw out of A&M so far. I like what I thought I was going to see at the beginning of the year. Having said that, it's a little early to draw Alabama. I'm not sure you've gotten quite ahead of steam. If they're feeling confident, they're feeling good, I would not be as surprised as most if they pull the upset off here. I don't think a 17.5 point spread points at Vegas necessarily being that surprised either. So if you're A&M, at least hang your hat on only a 17-point spread. But I think Alabama pulls this out. It's probably one of those, in my opinion, it's going to be close for a lot longer than people think, but Alabama is just going to be too deep, too long. That's what she said. And they're going to pull away late. And I don't know if I like the over.
Oh, my.
Yeah, they're getting racy here on Tuesday. I think Alabama to cover in the end, but I'm not sure I like that over. I feel like you're going to see some turnovers, probably even some surprise Alabama turnovers early. I'm going to take the under. I'm going to take Alabama, but I'm going to keep them under that high ceiling there.
Huddle Up Podcast is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? All right, Matt, how about you?
I'm actually going to take A&M to stay within the spread. They're obviously not going to win, but I don't think it'll be a blowout. I think that's a pretty large spread for this. Give me 10.5, and I'd probably take Bama. But ain't more than that. And but I do think it will stay under what was it, 54.5? You said
53.5.
Yeah.
Which changes everything.
Right. Yeah. That 1 point.
I had him at 53.5.
Yeah. I think in the end, we'll see a little stumble out of the gates for both against this team, just kind of figuring things out. That's why A&M's able to keep it close. Bama wins probably by like a touchdown, and then they just kind of let the foot off the gas towards the end.
All right, and then we move to Saturday night, 7:30 on ESPN. Number 7 Auburn 1-0 at number 4 Georgia, who had a little bit of a scare, at least early on this past week, and they're 1-0, a 6.5 point home favorite. The over/under on this one 45. Georgia did kind of correct the ship, but I think I'm actually going to take Auburn to not only cover the spread, but I think I'm going to take Auburn to actually pull the upset here on Georgia. And it happens early enough that Georgia can recover. I think in our preseason predictions, I had Georgia as one of the teams in the SEC title game versus Alabama. So they can recover from an early season loss like this, and obviously the rest of the SEC schedule can shake itself out. And I'm actually going to go the under. Georgia, usually a fairly good defensive team. I feel like Auburn can do that as well. I'm not sold necessarily on either offense here out of the gate. So Auburn to pull the upset and the under. Sean, how about you?
Well, last week I had praised Bo Nix and I praised Auburn, and you know what? They did exactly what I said they would. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm going to do it as many times as I can. While I'm still hitting them. Having said that, Bo Nix is going to do real well. Georgia has a lot of things going against them, like you said. Got a little sloppy out of the gate last week. Now you have a little bit of a quarterback controversy of sorts. You obviously replaced someone in the last game. Come in, kind of add a spark to win, and now you're going to add, from what I'm reading, JT Daniels, the USC transfer, officially eligible to play and practicing with the team. So you got a choice. I think the original starter's out. I think you're going to go with either whoever had the spark, or you're going to say, JT Daniels. I think they provide a little bit more in the passing game and a little more arm strength, kind of stretch the field to open up that running game. And because of that, whoever they land on, I think it's going to be all systems go for Georgia. This is the one they need to really make a statement and really take control of that East. So I'm going to take Georgia. Where was that over under at?
On your 45. 45.
Yeah, I like Bo Nix and the Auburn offense more than most years. I'm going to take both teams to push points. I think they're going to push each other pretty high. I'm going to take the over fairly easily on that.
All right, very good. How about you, Matt?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty low spread, so I feel comfortable taking the over in that. And I think Georgia stumbling last week just has them a little more focused, a little more motivated this week. So I think that they'll get the win, cover the spread. But I think we'll see a lot more points than we're used to seeing in an SEC type game.
Huddle Up Podcast is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?